Today we're going to make 15-minute New England clam chowder by Laura Pazzaglia from the hippressurecooking.com. That is also in the brochure that came with the Instant Pot. So this is the Instant Pot, and we have here clams. So each of these are actually 6.5 ounces. The recipe calls for 11 ounces, but 6.5 plus 6.5 is 13 ounces. And instead of using water, we're going to use seafood stock. And here is heavy whipping cream. We got 2% milk, flour, salt and pepper, and for the white wine, we're going to use Behringer's Pinot Grigio. And we have an onion here, got bay leaves, cayenne pepper, a cat, and butter, bacon, and here we got Hempler's European style bacon, which has a little bit less fat, and 2 potatoes. And the time right now is 9 p.m. So the first things we want to do is chop our ingredients. There is onion that we have to chop, and the bacon we have to cube, and also potatoes have to cube. The potatoes are just rinsed with water. I'm going to cube it and put it into a bowl. Okay, here are the potatoes. They are somewhat uniform in size, about 1 centimeters. Okay, next is the bacon. Also going to put that into a bowl. Slices look like this. Yummy. Can't really cube these, but I'm going to cut them into smaller slices. So they're going to be strips that are about 1.5 to 2 inches. And lastly, we're going to chop the onion, the worst part. Onions. Okay, next half. So it's been 18 minutes and all I've done so far is chopping onions and bacon and potatoes. Instructions: first thing you do, plug it in. And take the top off. So it says start heat at low flame, and I believe that means just saute it at a less, I think less. And we first put bacon in it, I guess. Oh. And I have here a wooden spoon. Guess it's gonna heat up the bacon until the fat comes out. Now I start to hear it sizzle a little bit. Okay, it's been like 2 minutes or so. The next step is put onions in here and set this to medium. Normal, I guess. It's been 4 minutes. So I'm gonna pour in the onions. Woo. Onions are in. Going to mix it around. Supposed to cook it until softened. But now I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And pepper. Now it looks like this. Yeah, gotta mix it around until the onion is cooked. The next thing we want to add is a 1/2 cup of wine, and we're going to pour it in, but also let it evaporate. thing you want to do is get your clams ready, and this is chopped clams. just with a can opener. Just open the sides so that the liquid you can just pour into the pot when it's ready. And also take out 2 cups of seafood stock. No. What you want? What you want? Okay, now there's not as much liquid in there anymore. Just good. That means the alcohol is reduced. Next thing you want to do is add the potatoes. Mix the potatoes in a little bit. Okay, potatoes are mixed in. Now we pour in the clam juice. Then another one of these. And now we're dropping in 1 bay leaf, 1 sprig of thyme, and a sprinkle of cayenne pepper. Okay, hope I didn't add too much. Okay, it's all in here. Okay, at this point we want to close the lid and cook it on high pressure for 5 minutes. The lid is sealing. Close the lid. I always forget where to turn it. There we go. Close. And set it. Pressure cook. Oops. Pressure cook. I forgot what to push. Oh, I guess pushing these buttons help me set the time to 5 minutes. And the time right now is 9:40. In the meantime, we are supposed to make a roux, which is spelled R-O-U-X, basically which is mixing 1 tablespoon butter with 1 tablespoon flour, and then later on taking the broth from the soup and mixing it together so that this helps thicken the broth, I guess. What you doing? What you doing, Felix? Okay, this is 1 tablespoon flour with 1 tablespoon butter. Just waiting for the broth to cook. Okay, this thingy just popped up. And I don't know about the timer. Okay, now it says 4 minutes. Okay, this thing is ready to open. I've used my wooden spoon to turn this open. Woo! Turn it off. Okay, this takes forever. Yeah. Okay. So it's looking like this. Cooked. So we want to remove the thyme and the bay leaf. And also we're going to take out some liquid to make the roux. Okay, basically I'm just going to mix this up until it dissolves. And now we're setting saute to normal. And now this looks like a sort of pasty liquid, and then you put it back to the soup. So you want to get rid of all these flour bits, and then you pour it back into the broth. Next we add the clams. Clams look like this. Now I'm going to change the heat to low. And I'm going to add the milk and also the cream. 1 cup of cream. It's ready to eat. And time right now is 10:08. It took 1 hour and 8 minutes. So the recipe says that this serves 4 to 6, but it looks more like 2.5 to 3 servings. Okay, let's see what my first impression is. Oh, so hot. Pretty flavorful. I really like my clam chowders less liquidy, so next time I would probably add more flour. So this one used 1 tablespoon. Maybe I would use 3 tablespoons of flour instead.
Yummy, very flavorful. Just like the real New England. It is missing lobster.